This is Juan Doses, and welcome to another episode of Scumbags. Today's episode is one of great sadness and tragedy. Mathew Taylor Coleman has been accused of murdering his two young children while on a surfing outing in Mexico. This was his last post. While worshiping with friends this weekend, I had an unexpected wave of thoughts and images come over me, which, brought me a lot of hope. The first image was one of this historical timeline where the period of the Dark Ages, 5th through 15th century, was contrasted next to the illuminated creative explosion of the Renaissance, meaning rebirth, 15th and 16th centuries. The crazy thing about history is that you don't know what your season will be labeled as until years down the road. And more so, sometimes your time period isn't labeled by what happens during it, but rather by what happens after it. While people were living in the Dark Ages, they weren't thinking, it really sucks living in the Dark Ages. It wasn't until years after the Renaissance did people start to identify that period as the Dark Ages. And really, the main reason for getting that label was due to the striking contrast that it had with the explosion of art, music, inventions, and discoveries that occurred during the Renaissance. What if we were about to enter the greatest Renaissance period that the world has ever seen? What if we are on the verge of entering an unparalleled explosion of creativity, art, music, inventions, discoveries, entrepreneurship, cures, community, and revelations of God's love, to the point that our current period will eventually be seen as another Dark Ages? What if there is a type of great American Renaissance following the years of COVID, censorship, and political divisiveness that will empower each person's heart to come alive and explode with innovative ideas, new business models, and new music sounds, and never-seen ways to build an amazing community? What if 2020 is just the birth pains of what is on its way in 2021 and beyond? It's almost as if God is praying over us. I pray that your hearts will be flooded with light so that you can understand the confident hope. Ephesians 1:18. Much love and hope to everyone. This was one of his posts. So apparently, he had a rather sunny outlook on life. And now he's being tried in social media and the court of public opinion. John Coleman, at least in appearance, lived a picture-perfect life. According to mainstream media sources, he was well-moneyed, he had his own surf school business, and a beautiful family. Here he is on his outing in Mexico. John Coleman disappeared for a period of 24 hours and then was caught crossing the San Ysidro border 24 hours later without his children. One of the groundskeepers in the resort he was staying at apparently had found his children stabbed to death by a wooden stake. John Coleman traveled around the world surfing, quintessentially a happy-go-lucky man. Is happiness overrated? This is his social media. I'm of the belief that he is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. As of yet, We are not sure whether he will be tried in Mexico or in California. If John Coleman murdered his 2 children, God help his soul. Why? Why would he do that? What a beautiful life and a beautiful family. It doesn't make any sense. And again, he is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, regardless of our thoughts, feelings, and opinions. This case leaves me with a very hollow feeling inside. I don't know quite what to make of it. He seemed like he was such a happy-go-lucky man. Everything going for him. What could have compelled him to do this? It's actually quite amazing that his social media is still up. So again, this is Juan Doses. And this concludes another episode of Scumbags.